good afternoon or good morning wherever you are. It is a balmy 71 degrees here in Iowa. I am so excited about the weather. It's not sunny, but I can't be picky. So it looks like I'm going to be coloring Easter eggs, but I'm not. I just made a few colors that I want to use today, and I just didn't want to waste time mixing them on this video because I like to keep them short. So I am doing flowers today. I got a request for that, and I don't typically do flowers, and I thought, should I sketch some out? Should I try to make them realistic? And I wasn't feeling realistic. I was feeling very carefree. So I'm going to make it up as I go, and I hope you guys do the same because gosh, I'm not in the mood for following rules today. I feel like with us staying at home, there's enough rules to be followed, and I am done with it. So let's just see what happens, huh? I'm gonna dip my brush in a fancy red, and I'm just gonna put it down somewhere. How's that? It's a little too perfect for me. I'm using a different paper today. I'm using a 140-pound hot pressed, and I normally don't. So I'm anxious to see, anxious to see what this looks like and feels like. So there's something that I am just gonna make into something pretty. I like to have a little oops for you guys because, you know, we're not all perfect over here. Maybe this is a little bud. While that center is still wet, I think I'm going to dip it in a purple just to give it some type of a center like that. And I don't think this one needs one, but I like that. I really like this paper too. It's very smooth. There's no texture, none of that orange peel texture, and it gives it a really cool look. So let's go ahead and make another flower because I think this is going to be super fun. Let's do another one. The brush type that you have really depends on what your flower looks like. You can see here my brush is kind of pointy. This is my really nice squirrel hair brush. Oh, look at that. And just let it happen. I have been adding a little bit of yellow in with that bright red just because I think it looks pretty to have a little bit of orange. You know, because yellow and red make orange. There. It feels so good to just sit and do something without a picture in front. So beautiful. Without a picture in front, without an agenda. I really think we need to do this more often. I'm going to make this stick out a little more here. Just have fun with it. If you guys just follow your gut, let your heart kind of guide where your paintbrush goes. There's no right or wrong. All right. I'm gonna make that darker, but it's a little too wet right now. So let's add another flower. How about this beautiful yellow? Now, what's speaking to me? How about right here? I kind of want it to be a different shape than the other flowers. So I don't know what shape they're going to be, but let them just be what they are, huh? You don't have to actually identify these flowers. You don't have to say, well, this kind is a poppy? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You just made your own flowers. You're the artist. I also want to drop a little pink in there for fun. There. Gonna blend that in a second here. How are you all doing? Are you doing okay with the staying at home thing? Are you finding stuff to do to keep you occupied and mentally healthy and happy? That's important too. Remember that. And for me, sitting in this chair, in this desk, with all these colors is my therapy. All right. Oh, look at that purple. Gonna make something up here. Here is a flower that I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. I hope that dries a little lighter. I might water that down a little bit. There we go. I'm not liking the way that looks, so maybe it's just because it needs a friend over here. And maybe it's because it's too perfect. Seriously? There, nothing perfect. That is not the theme for the day. How about a little purple over here, huh? We can tighten that up when we get our greens in. Add a little darker in some of the spots here. Yeah. There we go. How about some pink? Where do we want to put the pink? I think I like it just the way it is right there. Oh, look at what that looks like when you leave some of that white space. We've talked about that before. That white space, it makes everything beautiful. I picture that as being maybe a little rose. Look how that turned out. That's so cool. And I did that really quick and by accident. And that's why you have to let go of your plan and thinking that you have to be wonderful, because these really cool accidents happen. So here's all I did. I just kind of made a little smiley face, and then I took the tip of my brush and just made a little swirl, and that's that. Fun. I think that's all I want for flowers right now. So it's time to get into green. Or, ooh, let's do the container that the flowers are in first. Or you do whatever you feel like. Whatever's speaking to you. Leaves or a jar or a vase, I don't know. I wish I could play the guitar, then I would sing all day. Okay, we're gonna have the jar, or whatever it is, right? I guess we're doing a vase. This is a good theme for Mother's Day coming up. There's no reason you can't give this to your mom or your grandma. I'll fill that in later, but at least I have the basic shape. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna start putting the leaves in. And my flowers are still wet, and I'm okay with that. Completely okay with that. And if it runs together, it runs together, and I think it could be beautiful. So we're just gonna put the brush down in a few places to get started, see what happens. I'm not too concerned. I know I'm gonna want yellow in there with the leaves. See how that's running together? I'm okay with that. I really am. Years ago, I wouldn't have been. But But since then, I've grown and matured in my art. And so will you. Takes a lot of work, a lot of practice to be carefree after years and years of being careful, being told to be careful. Like our parents used to say, be careful when you go outside. Look both ways. Be careful, be careful. My goodness. And here we are still being super careful. It's exhausting. Where else? Where else do we want to leave? Just sit with it for a while and look. And just see what speaks to you. There. You know what else I like in my leaves? A little bit of blue. A little bit of blue. That's pretty. You know, our brain tells us leaves are green. Leaves are green, young grasshopper. Paint leaves green. Well, no, they're not just green. They're yellow and they're blue, and sometimes they're burnt orange, and sometimes they're yellow. Try to resist painting just what your brain knows. I'm going to brighten up this yellow because I think they're so pretty. There. There. As promised, I'm going to go back and make that a little darker. I just use the tip of my brush. I love this brush. All right. It's time to go crazy with some more leaves. There's too much white space in here, so here we go. Okay? I'm just laying down color. I'm not even going to think about it. The flowers will naturally stick out. There we go. Just laying it down. And with such inspirational music. Maybe it's time for some little wispy leaves. Ooh, love it, love it. Maybe up here too, yeah. In here. You know what I'm going to say next? I am going to say it's time to add the extreme darks, because that will make this an exciting painting. There we go. There we go. I want something here, but I don't know what. What do we want? What do we want? I don't know. All right, there's our flowers. Now, I'm going to pay attention to this vase that it's in. I kind of like the way it is now, but I don't know. I feel like you guys are waiting for me to do something with it, so I'm gonna, by golly. Gonna kind of cut in here a little bit. Fill it in real quick. Do a better job in a minute. That is a theme with me in watercolor. Do a really quick job now, do a better job later. I also apply that to cleaning. Here, let me fake it real quick by making the house look clean, and I'll do a really good job later. Remember that the darkest places are under the flowers. Okay? I love it. I love it. Why do I want some purple in there? I don't know, but I'm going to do it because I feel it. Blend that up a little bit. Remember not to go straight back and forth if you do this. You kind of go with the curve, it gives the illusion of this vase being curved. I kind of like the outline there. Ah, nice. There's something else that's missing though. I feel it. I feel that there needs to be, oh, that's not quite what I wanted. I feel like there needs to be a couple little red dots. I probably should have used a different brush for that. And I don't like how dark that one is, so we're gonna take one of my handy dandy tissues and, whoa, pull that off. Whoa, there we go. Now I like it, now I like it. I'm gonna let this dry and I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna get some extreme darks inside because there's a lot of shading going on in there. And it's time for us to bring those flowers out. Look at that already. Just look already. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And when I say it's so beautiful, I'm not sitting here telling myself, wow, I'm doing a really good job, which I encourage you all to do. And I encourage myself to do that. But what I'm really saying is it's so beautiful how these colors just take place on their own and they blend together, and the whole process is beautiful. The whole process. Not gonna go too crazy, but I am gonna tuck some shading into little spots that I feel need it. Like that. There. If you wanted to, you could, I don't know, outline little petals. I don't know. I do want to do something with these little roses here. And hey, this leaf is evaporating. Let's bring it back. Come on, bud. Where'd you go? There. Now I can see ya. Good job, good job. You know, when I'm not recording, I still periodically will talk to myself while I paint and teach myself my own life lessons. It's like I'm journaling, but not through a pen. I'm writing out my thoughts and feelings with my paintbrush and my colors. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm gonna get some black. I'm still wanting those to be darker. There. Gosh, what great music for doing that. Makes me want to put little dots everywhere. Okay, next. I want to add some veining in the leaves. I'm hoping that they're dry enough. And if not, well, hey, so be it. Getting some color here on my brush. I'm making it up. I mean, I really don't know where the veining on my leaves would be. But hey, oh, see how it all comes together? And I didn't plan it, and you're like, oh, but she's done this for a long time. Yeah, I have, so keep practicing. Catch up with me. Every day, do something. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. And pretty soon you'll find yourself being so free to paint. And then you'll be kind to yourself and you'll like what you paint. There. One more thing and then I'm gonna call it done. Still want it to be darker. I love my darks. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? There. forgot to do something with these purple flowers here. Silly, silly. All right, we need some kind of green going through there. What do you think? Does it look like a flower that could exist? Does it look like something God might have created? I think so. I think He gave me inspiration to do this. Definitely. I'm going to find some darker red and kind of go in here. I don't want to overemphasize things. I want the viewer's eyes to kind of piece this together. But, you know, hey, I did a little bit there to help them. And I should probably leave this well enough alone, but I can't. I just have to put a little purple on those pink rose type things. And I don't even know where to put purple on them, but there. I think I might be done. I hope you learned something from this flower tutorial, because I can't even explain what I'm doing. Whoa, look at that get out of control there. Let's rein that one back in. I can't even explain what I'm doing, but I can tell you one thing I'm doing is having a great time. So if you can do that too, that would make me happy. Do something different, have fun, be kind to yourself, be safe, be creative. It's super easy. All you have to do is just add water.